never get better at taking this off the stand, apparently. Place is a swirling vortex of color, thought, emotion. It is surprisingly difficult for me to articulate my sense of place, even if I focus solely on Bozeman, as if that can be done. I see so many images of this place I've lived for 10 years. I see the look on Natasha's face after a college student hits on me as I stand behind the counter of Iratik by talking about Gianforte. I know, again. Her face is a mixture of amusement and disgust, since she and I and many of our friends fought to pass the MSU and Bozeman non-discrimination ordinances like years ago, you guys. Surrounded by colorful underwear, vibrators, and glass dildos, I remember wondering what Gianforte would think about being championed inside of a sex shop. Can't imagine he'd be a fan. I see Halen, my partner, looking at me as the rain pours down onto me, hair flying, it's a lot of it, about my face wildly, wearing a dress that matches the color of the storm. I'm laughing, and so are they, and I don't hear the camera click until I see the photos an hour later. Too entranced by the spring thunder as I stand on the rock in the park between our houses. I see the ice coating the rickety stairs up to my very first apartment. Paint peeling, the sounds of a TV show I desperately do not want to watch again, seemingly at odds with the harsh air I breathe into my nose. I can feel my skin and my knees straining against it as I walk up those stairs for the third time that day, equally afraid of the ice's and my body's own betrayal. More than anything, I see fear curled up around my heart. I see it at the core of Bozeman, and I still do. Fear brought on by my first class at MSU in 2008 now, where a classmate advocated for Matthew Shepard's death. Fear brought on by the Native American friend that was beat up and roofied in the same month. Fear when I kissed my first college girlfriend and a passing truck yelled slurs and sexual comments at us. We didn't go on another date. Fear when my physics lab partner's eyes darkened with lust as we tried to complete our work in an abandoned classroom. Fear constricting my heart and running below the streets of a city I love and hate all at once. I've spent my entire adult life here, but I'm a misplaced being within this place, always pushing the limits, pushing too far, pushing too hard, pushing forever. I am boundaryless and yet constantly confined by the boundaries. I've forgotten how to live in a place that I am not desperate to change. I've forgotten how to stop asking for things to change. I've forgotten how to stop to ask those around me to push with me. I've done activities that ask me to map my home. I remember staring at the blank paper, wondering if I have too many homes or too few. I remember asking my mom if I could draw multiple houses on my grade school map. She was deeply upset that I didn't consider her home my only one. But I had many, all awash with different cultures, colors, sounds, feelings. Pinpointing just one felt like a denial, so I picked the one that was easiest to draw and gave up on explaining to my teacher that I didn't know which home was really mine or which home should be. Perhaps my home is really just that same vortex of color, fighting against the constraints of geographical space, the mundane moments as poignant and powerful as the important ones. Maybe my home is simply here, on this page, writing my way to change. Changing constantly in space, in time, in the essence of who I am. An incomplete puzzle made of swirling smoke. Particles of what matter to me and what I am, and who I am, and how I am, and why I am, blending so as to become incoherent. Scattering in the wind, tiny particles that sing for change.